What's up, fellow Glashers? It's Apollyon here with the latest regular random spin war. I missed the recap of the CWL war, which we actually lost pretty badly. We just we just didn't bring our game in. I guess it carried forth to the war, the random war versus Quixotic Squad, and I guess we were a little more Quixotics than they were because we didn't pull it off. So anyway, we'll do a war recap here. We take a quick look at them, just to who they are. I believe we will meet them in the end of this season's CWL. So we'll get a chance to rematch them again. So, but we just really did not have a good game all around. Anyway, let's go ahead and throw some of the really brief six-pack shout-outs here. So there we go with the 11 v 10s, just one person, and then our Town Hall 9s that got six-packs, again, three people, just not really strong. It's not going to win you wars like that. So but we'll go ahead and show some recaps of some of the highlights that we had, albeit not that many. And let's jump into it, starting with, let's go for a 10 v 11 up hit, number 5. And we'll look at Corp taking care of this. And it's going to use just the pretty much a queen walk and I think queen charge with golems and bowlers. So we'll speed this thing up because it's going to take a while for the queen to do her walk. We've got funneling on the bottom there with those bowlers and giants and baby dragon. We tripped the clan castle already. Go take care of that lava hound with the pups with poison, and we still have to worry about that other side. So there we go with the golem and giants and bowlers, and that's to go and funnel up the second portion of this base from noon to towards the 3, dropping the king in there, dropping the bowlers again for more of the funneling to push that queen into the base. And I think we used, do we not get the bowler, the wall breakers? I guess we had wall break. Oh, there we go. The wall breakers are in there. Okay. So we're going to take out the enemy queen here. We're going to take out all those trash buildings and let the queen walk up into this eagle artillery, and she's going to take care of that. Now the king and queen still have not used their ability yet. Queen is focused on that town hall, so this is a guaranteed 2-star right at this point. All she has to do is hit the ability, and then she will take out that town hall and make her way down to whatever else she can get. There is going to be a lot of point defenses on top of her at this time, and those healers can't keep up, especially when the queen decides not to shoot the defenses and to shoot those skelly traps instead. So that's where our raid is going to end, but a good way to start us off there. So good job to Corp. Okay, let's go to our 11 v 10 dip at number 6. We'll look at Ed do a La Lune deployment type of attack here, with all of his heroes going to bring, I think, 3 lava hounds and 32 balloons. So very, very cool. Using some hastes to take out those Teslas, and I think to get rid of some of the pathing there, just to make sure that we can get whatever we want when we're going to go do our La Lune deployment. I'm not sure if he's trying to get the clan castle lure as well, or at least try, because probably my guess would be that it is a fresh hit. So you can't, if you run into baby dragon witches or all baby dragons and dragon or something like that, this attack is not going to go over very well, just because they're going to roast all of those loons and lava hounds. So I guess that's what the lure was there for. Though if we knew that, we probably wouldn't have wasted over like 8 to 10 balloons, and this base would have been crushed even more so. But we popped the warden ability there. We still have the king queen, which have not even been deployed yet, and pups are cleaning up the backside of that base. There we go with the king queen. They can do some of the cleanup already, and also, if possible, tank for some of those loons if the archer tower so decides to focus on them. But at this point, it doesn't really matter. Has a loon left over, has both king and queen with ability. This base is completely crushed, so very nice hit there. All right, let's do some 9v9s and then we'll wrap this recap up. Let's go down to number 20 and we'll watch Credit do a witch slap attack. If you guys haven't seen the witch slap attack, go ahead and check it out. I've also done a how-to witch slap, or what you're looking for and bases and how you want to approach it. Again, going back to that how-to video that I put out, this is exactly what you're looking for. Is look how long and narrow the base is. The air defenses are all towards the end, or at least the middle towards the end. So it's just a perfect candidate for that. He's using some wizards and witches to do the funneling on each side. He has a jump to, or actually 3 jumps, but he has a jump to push the kill squad directly into that gore, take out the queen, take out the clan castle, and then just be on their merry way throughout the rest of the core. So there we go with the witches, still cleaning up for that golem, or funneling for that golem, king, queen, bowlers. Tesla farm just makes it so much sweeter on that entrance because they're just going to get so much value out of that with that golem tanking. And bowlers, king, queen are going to come in there and wreck that pretty much without any problems at all. Witches are still doing their funneling on the bottom and top of the outside of the base. We drop our second jump here, and we have no more rages or anything, so they're kind of on their own to push through the rest of the base. But they will hit a couple of the bowlers will hit a giant bomb. Now we've got one more jump left that's been pushed and placed, and I don't think that jump is going to get hardly any value. Possibly could have gone with 2 jumps, a rage, and a heal, just because. Oops, a little battery. Just because I don't think the queen even gets to take that third jump. So the Skellies will take the jump. Will they do anything with that jump is the question. Do they get that air defense? There's a lot of point defenses targeting those Skellies, so I'm not sure they're getting any value out of that as well. So again, I think that third jump was just wasted. Could have used the heal or an extra rage in there. So whatever, it's still crushed. Still not a big deal. Just going to take a little bit longer than normal. Queen is getting healed along with the witch to her left, and that's going to put her back up to full ability. Now, I don't know if he forgot or just had to wait till that AD goes down, but he actually had a loon, 2 loons, that he didn't end up swagging. He ended up dropping them on the builder hut corner, but it was not that close. I forget how much time was left, but it wasn't. Those skellies would have, and the queen would have definitely crushed that, especially after he dropped those loons in at the last second. So nice hit to him, and again, the 6-pack shout out to Credit. And we'll just take a look at my attack. I had like a 5.5-star war. I did 2 cleanup attacks, and the first cleanup attack I did was just really, and you know what, I'll show it just to show what things go wrong, but we'll show the success first. So trying to take out all those mortars as easily as possible with 1-to-1 trades. Did miss one of them up top. I thought I got it already, but I did not. I'll send another loon up there, and it still ends up dying. So I love to take out mortars, if possible, for pathing. That's when you do your loon deployment. Now all those ADs are directly targetable, except for the one that the mortar did not go down. Dropping my king and baby dragon, it is a cleanup, so I know there's a hound in the clan castle, which makes it so much easier. Now the only thing is, I was kind of banking on getting that enemy queen, and I do not know why my queen decides to shoot that archer tower instead of the queen when the queen is obviously in front of her, in front of the archer tower, and closer to her than the archer tower. But whatever. So we'll start our Laloon deployment. I have 6 hastes to get into this base and do my thing. I've dropped 2 lava hounds to start tanking for these loons coming up from 3 to noon. And then, like I said, most of these loons are very quickly targetable. Let's drop that last lava hound in at 11 o'clock. Have all the loons converging into the other side of the base. Should have sent a couple loons into that cannon just so they didn't have to backtrack. Just would have made it that much simpler, but they will double up right in that haste and get hasted through towards the bottom. I have that queen still up, causing a little bit of damage, so we'll drop that skelly trap down because there are no point defenses except for that archer tower that's even in the same range as it. And I do have a heal to push through this Tesla farm and wizard tower. That I get a really nice lava hound pop towards that last couple of defenses, and now I've got just a bunch of loons going around that Sweeper is a little bit annoying, but fortunately that loon will come around and take that out. And I think it doesn't even get one more hit. So we've got some loons up. We've got a bunch of pups, and I've got an extra loon that I can send in. Just want to make sure I got enough cleanup. That is definitely one of the problems with the tri-la loon. It's probably the only fault of it is the cleanup needs to be placed down a little earlier. All right, so let's go ahead and just take a look at my 95%, just because I like to show sometimes, when things go wrong. Well, actually, everything went right in this attack except the queen kill, and I did have poison and a skelly trap, so I did have a way of taking care of her. Just really, I guess I don't even like to say bad luck, but whatever. So the minion takes out the corner building hut. I've got a wizard taking out that gold mine, so I'm going to push everything towards that 2 o'clock archer tower. I've got a golem tanking for those wizards and take out that. I've got wall breakers coming in, and then I'll drop the queen in right here, and she'll start taking out these buildings, and they'll all start walking into that. I decided I'll let the kill squad trip the clan castle, because why not? Only need one poison in there, and that golem is like almost full health, so it can tank for days. Both the clan castle as well as defenses. Queen decides she's not going to be part of this clan castle kill. Now she's finally going to do it. So it does get her off of that dark elixir, but then she goes right back to the dark elixir storage. Why not take that out before the defense is right? I mean, that makes a lot of sense. Take that out. Now, the problem I did here is I popped the queen ability. I didn't realize that she was out of that archer tower's range, and I did not want her to die. But I'm starting the La Lune portion. It is a cleanup, so I know where all the Tesla farms and everything else is. And I should have sent those loons in from 6 o'clock a long time ago. That was another issue that I did. My queen is still up and living. And there we go with that last lava hound popped. And now I'm in a little bit of trouble just dealing with this queen. I have a bazillion amount of loons though. And I dropped that poison, dropped the rage, dropped. And look at that. That skelly trap is in range of the queen. It's at the queen. But that bomb tower, that's what gets me. Bomb tower takes out those skellies, and the queen is still focusing on all those loons instead of the skellies. So, I mean, I've completely crushed the base. I have 2 extra loons and a haste left over, so with plenty of time to clean up this base. I've got wizards already starting on that bottom portion, but I was saving the loons just to see what was happening here. The loons decide they want to go after the king instead of the queen, because that's obviously their biggest threat there is the king, which can't do anything to them. So the queen will go ahead and shoot them down just like sitting ducks, although they're still flying. And yeah, that's it. That's the rest of the attack. I've got 2 loons. I really can't do too much with them because nowhere in there are they going to target the queen. So it was just a fail. I think she took out at least 8 loons, maybe 10 loons. That would have just cleaned up this base without any kind of problems at all. There she goes. She's shooting at them, and the minions and pups are shot one by one. So just, I hate to say unlucky, because I think planning really is the deciding factor of luck and not luck. But almost run that same thing 9 out of 10 times, and I believe that those loons get the queen, or at least the skelly trap gets her, or whatever. So whatever, it is what it is. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. So go ahead, like, subscribe if you haven't already. Share with your clan members if you guys enjoy these videos and benefit from them. I'm sure they will, and you all can watch my fails successfully together. And go ahead and use those friendly challenges to your advantage. Go ahead and get those 6-star clan wars and practice those 3-star attacks.